Ever sit down to work only to find yourself lost in a whirlwind of notifications, messages, and endless scrolling? Yes, we've all been there, haven't we? Welcome to the digital age, a time of constant connectivity, endless information, and, unfortunately, a myriad of distractions. Just think about it. You're trying to focus on a task, but then your phone lights up. It's a social media notification, a glimpse into someone else's life, or a piece of news that pulls you away from your work. Before you know it, minutes, even hours have slipped away, and that's just one example. Emails, instant messages, news updates, all of these digital interruptions are vying for our attention, creating a state of continuous partial attention where we're never fully engaged in any one task. This digital dilemma is far from trivial. It's not just about losing time, it's about losing our ability to deeply focus, to immerse ourselves in a task without the constant pull of digital distractions. This loss is a silent productivity killer. It's the reason why you might feel like you've been working all day but have little to show for it. But the impact goes beyond productivity. This constant state of distraction, of digital noise, can take a toll on our mental health. It can lead to feelings of overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. And let's not forget the impact on our relationships, on our ability to be present with our loved ones without the digital world intruding. The digital world, while convenient, has its downsides. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it offers us unprecedented access to information and communication. On the other, it hammers us with a relentless stream of distractions that can make focusing seem like an uphill battle. The digital world, while convenient, can often feel like a minefield of distractions. It's a challenge we all face, but it's not one we have to accept as a given. As we'll explore in the next scenes, there are strategies we can employ to reclaim our focus and navigate this digital landscape more effectively. So stick around as we delve into the science of focus, the cost of continuous partial attention, and the power of focus. It's time to take back control. But why does it seem so hard to focus? To answer that, we need to delve into the science of focus. Let's begin by understanding the brain's reward system. At the heart of this system is a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine plays a vital role in how we feel pleasure. It's a part of our evolutionary wiring. It rewards us for beneficial behaviors and motivates us to repeat them. Now, in the digital age, this dopamine reward system is constantly being hijacked by our devices. Each time we receive a notification, our brains release a shot of dopamine. This creates a sense of satisfaction and pleasure, pushing us to check our phones or respond to emails, even when we're in the middle of important tasks. It's a dopamine-driven feedback loop that's hard to break, leading to frequent distractions and a scattered focus. But there's another factor at play here. Attention residue. This term was coined by Professor Sophie Leroy, and it refers to the cognitive cost of switching between tasks. When we shift our focus from one task to another, a part of our attention remains stuck on the initial task. This residue of attention lingers and reduces our cognitive capacity for the new task. So, if you're juggling between writing a report, checking emails, and scrolling through social media, your brain is continuously leaving behind attention residue. This makes it difficult to fully engage with any single task, leading to decreased productivity and a feeling of mental exhaustion. This constant shifting of attention has become the norm in our hyper-connected world, but it comes at a cost. Each switch might seem fast and harmless, but the cumulative effect is considerable. It's like perpetually driving with the handbrake on. The constant friction wears us down. In essence, the science of focus is tied up with our brain's reward system and our cognitive ability to handle multiple tasks. The digital age, with its endless streams of notifications and information, exploits our dopamine system and leaves behind a trail of attention residue. So, our brains are wired to be easily distracted, especially by the digital rewards that are just a click away. This constant state of divided attention comes at a cost. Imagine you're juggling several balls at once, but you can't focus on any one of them long enough to ensure a successful catch. This is what continuous partial attention feels like, and it's an exhausting exercise for our brains. Our productivity takes a hit when we're perpetually distracted. Tasks take longer to complete, mistakes are more likely to occur, and our overall work quality can suffer. This isn't just about getting things done, it's about the quality of our output and our ability to innovate and problem solve. Moreover, this constant distraction is a breeding ground for stress. It's like running a marathon with no finish line in sight. Over time, this can lead to burnout, a state of chronic physical and emotional exhaustion that can have serious implications for our health and happiness. The cost of our divided attention is high, both in terms of our productivity and our well-being. Fortunately, there are strategies we can adopt to improve our focus in this digital age. Let's dig in and explore some of these methods. First off, consider a digital detox. This doesn't mean you have to abandon your devices completely, but rather consciously limit your usage. Perhaps designate certain hours of the day as tech-free time. This could be during meals, before bedtime, or even a whole day over the weekend. The goal here is to break the constant cycle of digital consumption and allow your mind some breathing room. Next, let's talk about time blocking. This technique involves dedicating specific blocks of time to certain tasks. For instance, you might set aside 2 hours in the morning for deep, focused work, followed by a short break. The beauty of time blocking is that it allows you to fully engage with one task at a time, reducing the cognitive load of multitasking. In addition to these, mindfulness techniques can also be incredibly beneficial. Mindfulness is all about being fully present in the moment and engaged with the task at hand. This could be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath, or it could involve more structured practices like meditation or yoga. The key is to find what works best for you and make it a regular part of your routine. Lastly, consider using apps that limit distractions. There are numerous apps available that can help you stay focused by blocking distracting websites or apps, or by providing ambient noise to help you concentrate. These tools can be particularly useful if you find it difficult to resist the lure of social media or other digital distractions. With these strategies, we can reclaim our focus from the digital distractions that surround us. Remember, the goal isn't to achieve perfection, but rather to make small, consistent changes that can lead to big improvements in our focus and productivity. Change is never easy, but the rewards of improved focus are worth the effort. Now that we've got our strategies for better focus, it's time to talk about implementing these changes into our daily routines. This is where the rubber meets the road, and it's not about making drastic, overwhelming changes all at once. Instead, we're aiming for small, manageable adjustments that build up over time. Setting realistic goals is a good starting point. If we aim to meditate for an hour every day right off the bat, we might find ourselves falling short and feeling discouraged. However, if we start with just 5 minutes of mindfulness each day, we can gradually increase that time as our focus improves. As we integrate these changes into our lives, it's important to remember that progress is rarely a straight line. There will be days when we're on top of the world, feeling like we've mastered the art of focus. But there will also be other days when distractions seem to multiply and our attention is pulled in a million directions. The key is to be patient with ourselves. Change takes time, and it's okay to have off days. What matters is that we keep trying, keep working on our focus, even when it feels tough. And as we make these changes, we'll start to see the benefits. We'll find that we're more productive, more present in our interactions, and more able to enjoy the world around us without the constant buzz of digital distractions. Remember, it's all about gradual progress. Don't expect to transform overnight. The journey towards improved focus is a marathon, not a sprint. It involves making conscious choices every day that support our ability to concentrate and stay present. Improving our focus is not a quick fix, but with persistence and patience, we can navigate the digital world without losing ourselves in the process. So let's embrace the journey and look forward to reaping the rewards of improved focus. In conclusion, the ability to focus is more than just a productivity booster. It's a critical component of our mental well-being, shaping how we navigate our daily lives. We've explored the digital dilemma, where our devices and the constant stream of information they deliver contribute to our struggle to focus. We've dipped into the science of focus, understanding that our brains are not designed for constant multitasking. We've also touched on the cost of continuous partial attention, where our divided attention leads to increased stress and decreased productivity. But there's hope. We've discussed strategies for better focus, from minimizing distractions to taking regular breaks, and the importance of implementing these changes. Remember, improving our focus is not about achieving perfection. It's about making small, consistent changes that can have a big impact over time. Being able to focus in this digital age is a skill that can enhance our productivity, reduce our stress, and ultimately, improve our quality of life.